This is just some micropore tape. Just going to place it in the client's eye. Basically I'm going to put it in line with her lash line here, and that just helps like elongate the eye. So if you just look up for me. Also I try and get the client to look up so that I can place it under here, so that then it gives me a little guide as well when I'm going to be working underneath. And if you just close back over it, and usually it just falls straight into place. I just place that there and take it up and keep it here. It's always better to have longer tape because then you've got a rough idea of where you're going to be working to. Once you've got it on, you always need to stand back and just make sure that it's even. And if you just open your eye for me and just close back over, I'm just going to move this down slightly. Put this in your hand. Just look back up for me, please. And just close. Perfect, that's fine. So I would think that's given me the good place where I'm going with it. Next thing I'm going to do is just take some, it's MAC, it's a paint pot, so I'm going to take it in soft ochre. Soft ochre painter is quite good. Just scoop a little bit out, put it on my hand and just apply it with a fluffy brush onto the client's eyelid. Just run it over. This stops like any oils producing, like coming through on the eyelids, and like more or less taking the eyeshadow away from the eye. So this helps prolong the eyeshadow that's going to be placed on top, and it also stops it from creasing, which more or less like bits missing and going like uneven and things like that on the eye. So I just like buff that in all over, and plus it helps take away if there's any like red tones or anything. It just helps minimise any red tones and things on the client's eyes, which you do get quite a lot on the eyelid area. Just open your eyes for me, please. Now with Brittany's eye shape, what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and bring our eye, like just to try and give it like a cat eye kind of shape. So we're going to use like soft browns. Going to give her a pop of colour in the middle of her eye. If you just close your eye, I'm going to put a pop of colour in here, and it's going to be called like a spotlight makeup. This will just give that wee extra pop into the middle of her eye. Again, because she's going to a wedding, bridesmaids, it's always like soft colours. Try and tend to stay away from blacks because I think blacks can be too harsh. It's more a nighttime look, so we try and go with all the browns and things, and just using like a black eyeliner on her. So just taking a matte brown colours, light brown. Just going to swirl it, tap off the excess on your hand. Then I'm just going to tilt the head back and lift the eyebrow, and just come in at the corners in circular motions. And when you're trying to blend it out, always rub off the excess in your hand and blend circular motions. I always find it's best to hold the brush like a pencil. If you're holding it too much at the end, you don't really get that much control, so definitely holding it in and just using the tip of your brush as well. And then I take it just slightly over and back out. And then just come back in, same colour again, tapping off the excess. I'm going to come into the inside this time. Again, just lifting the brow up into the inside, circular motions. Just taking it up. Just going to switch to a smaller brush just for the inside. with this look as well, you'll start to see like this where the spotlight is going to form. You can see it a wee bit lighter. So again, just lifting the brow up into the corner. Blending in up and crease. And if you just open your eye for maybe a second, lift it and just close it again. You always just want to use the tip of your brush as well and just like small circular motions, because that'll make the product spread slightly and you don't get the harsh lines. That's the one thing you don't want, harsh lines. And then just taking the same colours and repeating it on the other side. When it comes to the inside, I'll also just pat some more so that she's getting a little bit of a coverage in here. And the focus is going to be more on the middle part of the eye. It's always good to use like goat hair brushes or natural hair brushes as well, because if you use any synthetic hair, then that's going to give you a more harsher and they don't blend as well. Like, so if you want to pack on colour, it's good to use synthetic there, but for blending I always think real hair brushes are best. Now I'm just going in with a smaller brush and I'm getting a darker brown colour. And this is just going to come right in here. And just patting that one slightly, just so that you get some more definition and a bit of darkness. Just at the outside. That's a good skates on this way, thank you. Again, just always remembering to lift the eye. taking your fluffy brush that you used for the first colour and just blending this over. And just get you on your eyes. Thank you. If you just close again.
Do you always do the eyes first?
I tend to do the eyes first. Some people will start with the base and then go on to the eyes last, but personally I find with like any fall and things like that from the eyeshadow, fair enough I've got these which do help a wee bit, but then if there was to be a base on here and I was to take this off, it's going to take the base off. And then again, if I had the base and didn't have this on, if I was to go on and do the eyes, again you're going to get the dark fall which you're going to have to clean up and then replace the foundation again. So I find that it's just a waste of product really if you go and do the base first. But everybody does have different preferences. I think if you're using dark makeup, it's always darker colours or dark browns, it's always best to do the eyes first. If you just open your eye from that here. Just close. Just going to bring this little bit in, just a little bit here. And just because we're using like golds and colours like that, I've just went here with like soft browns or darker brown. But to blend this out a little bit more here, I'm going to just pop a kind of light, really light colour just under a brow bone. This will just highlight it. So I'm just tapping off any excess as well before you use it. Bring it under and down. And just to blend this in, I'm going to take my fluffy brush again. I've just got a yellow colour. Really tapping it off so that there's not a lot there. Like you'll see how much excess does start coming off, but I think it's always wise to take it off. Again, some excess off in the back of my hand, and I'm just starting at the corner. Any more that needs to come off, tapping here and just taking this up and over. And again, that just helps us blend in. And just bringing it onto the crease and taking it through. If there's any other colours here, just blend them in nicely. And she's got a gold colour. As a pop of colour, so just using a flat brush. This is a synthetic brush because I'm wanting to pack the colour on, so I'm just using this one here and just into the colour. Just get them back up to the client's eyes and just keep them closed and just patting this on to the middle part of the eye. If you just open your eye and just close it again. just open your eyes. Perfect. Okay, take your fluffy brush and just blending that out so that there's no harsh edges. And I've just gave my brush a spray with a fixing spray there. That's just so that I can put this on now, and as you'll see it actually makes the colour a little bit more vibrant.
And are these all MAC?
No, I use all different. The shadows that I've actually used here are a mix of MAC shadows, Inglot, Urban Decay. It's a mix of shadows. I find with Urban Decay you get a lot more shimmer and things like that in your products, whereas MAC obviously do have a wide range, but to do like smoky eyes and things, like you can't really have a lot of shimmer and try to blend because the shimmers don't blend well together, and if you use shimmer and you're just trying to blend, then basically you will get a lot of, it can then just become really messy. So I quite like Urban Decay for either the vibrancy colours or like this for instance, like the shimmer, just popping it in the middle. If you just open your eyes and close back over. But the Inglot shadows as well, they're really good value for money, I really like them. And if you just open your eyes for me please. Thank you. Now if you just look up, I'm just going to take the tape off. Come from this. This tape is a wee bit stickier, this one, than usual, but just being careful if you take it off the client's skin that you make sure you take it off small. As you'll see as well, that also gives you a really sharp line. It gives you quite a defined look there. Just going to go underneath our eyes now. And if you just look up for me. And just get in here with the brown colour.
And is this one the MAC?
This is a MAC one, yeah. I think it's Cork, this one is. Because of this look as well, we're just going to keep it soft underneath, so that's why I'm just putting on that soft brown just on a lower lash line. Don't really want it harsh with like blacks and things like that as well, so just keeping it very soft. You should always cut from the outside of the lash as well. If you take it from the inside, then basically it's going to be longer here and it's going to be longer here, and that's the bit that's going to irritate the inside of the client's eye. So I always recommend taking it from the outside of the lash so that you're taking it from the longest part and keeping in the shorter part, just taking off any edges. some glue on that and leave that one to set, and then while that one's doing I'll measure for the other eye. Just close your eyes for me. And just letting that get a little bit tacky as well. Just apply it onto the lashes. Some people like to use tweezers to help them apply it. I prefer using my fingers. I just put it on and then I just hold it against the lash line and just let that set for a couple of minutes. Just hold it for a wee second until it does start bonding. And again, you can get lash glue. It comes either, even though this, you see this is white just now, it dries clear, but you can also get a black lash glue, which we do have. Just open your eyes for a second and just close back over. And if you just open your eye again. Perfect. As you can see where we've put the lash on, it does act as a slight eyeliner on the eye as well. But this is also good because when we go to apply the eyeliner, you've also, if you're not really that good at doing eyeliner, you can also then use this as a guide, so that's quite helpful. We find that gel liner sometimes works a wee bit. If you're not good at doing eyeliner, then we sometimes find a gel liner works a little bit better. But I'm going to use a liquid liner. So if you just keep your eyes closed, and I just put this in. Again, I can use the band of this lash as a guide. And I always think it's best to start in the middle, work your way out, and then go gradually in the way, because you want your liner to be thinner at the inside. So I always recommend starting off that wee bit heavier at the outside, and then you can come in thinner. But if you're not very good at liner, then gel is best. Just keep your eyes closed a wee second. If they open their eyes too quick, it can then go up here on the client and it'll just ruin their eye makeup, so I always recommend to keep their eyes closed until it does dry. You'll see I've just got it a wee bit thicker here, so it's just trying to keep that on straighter line and just bringing it in. And if you just open your eyes for a minute and just close back over.